where you were looking at an example here of Flint's water crisis situation. At 27 parts per billion, this is 5 times as high as the level of concern, and nearly twice as high as the EPA's already generous guidelines. Now, these levels have been raised throughout the past few years, along with other levels. If you guys may recall, I've talked about this before. We have what used to be levels that were deemed dangerous becoming the norm. And looking at Flint in this situation, this is just the average. We go down here, this was a sample taken out of the 8th Ward. Look at this, 158 parts per billion. That is 10 times the EPA's limit. It's 30 times higher than the 5 ppb reading that can indicate unsafe lead amounts. 5 ppb. And this is 158 ppb. And the cause for concern spikes, as you can see here, with just 5. This is up there with waste. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, it gets worse. This isn't even the worst. Because back in 2015, they said, okay, this lady's calling in a stay-at-home mother of 4 and a Navy wife. Her name's Leanne Walters. She's saying she has an issue. We're going to go out and check it out. They go out here and they check it out, and the reading that they get is 397 ppb. Parts per billion. An alarmingly high number. But then they thought, hold on a second. Let's test all the stuff that they were sending us in, because they felt that they were filtering. They were flushing the water out, getting all the lead contaminants to drop out where you're really not getting the right reading of what's sitting in the pipes. Someone turns on the faucet to drink a glass of water, they're going to get that burst that's coming out, what's been sitting there. That's what they went back and did, and they were shocked to find out that the lowest reading that they was able to obtain was around 200 ppb. The lowest. And it goes on and on. Some came in above 5,000. You see, that is the level at which the EPA truly considers water to be toxic waste. The highest level found in Flint, 13,000 parts per billion. Don't you just want a big old drink out of that cup? Now, can you imagine how many people have drank this water before any of this stuff was well known? I mean, it's discolored in certain places because it's so contaminated. And what Obama's done is name this a federal emergency. He refuses to say it's a disaster because the way that they have it written, it has to be a natural disaster for them to cough up any more money. But they're going to give them $5 million for filters, things of that nature, to help the process and to get them on the right track here in Flint. Now, Flint, as you can see here, tops them all. And if you go looking at other places in Michigan, you can see where they sit. So there's a big difference and a big crisis going on here in Flint with this water situation. Just wanted to do some updates and let people see exactly how bad it is and where it really sits when talking about the levels of contamination. I'll leave a link, keep you guys posted with more as I come across it. It's been Dabu7.